Go.
Hello, and welcome to this week's presentation of Reset Theater Coalition's Reset series. Now, this alliance was initiated by Conchal Productions in collaboration with Brata Productions and Kumukaua Theater. And we will be presenting new works by American playwrights of African, Caribbean, Native American, Latin American, Central American, Asian, European, Middle Eastern, Indian, and Polynesian descent. With this presentation, we hope to help inspire a reset in America. I'd like to introduce you to all the members of our coalition. My name is Magali Colliman Christopher. I am the artistic director of Conchal Productions. We present works by Caribbean American artists and Caribbean American artists and artists from the Caribbean diaspora.
I'm Sergey Burbank. I'm literary manager for Conchal Productions.
I'm Carl Brian Williams. I'm the artistic director for Brata Productions. Brata is a word in Jamaican that means something more. And we do tend to promote and put forward Jamaican culture in all its aspects: folk culture, drama, educational programming, and music.
My name is Harry Wong. I'm the artistic director of Kumu Kahua Theater, and Kumu Kahua means original. So Kumu means source, and Kahua is a mound in which hula used to be performed. And what we do is we produce plays relevant to our islands. So it's plays that feature the diverse population of here, written by writers who live here, for audiences that live here in Hawaii.
I'm Donna Blanchard, the managing director of Kumu Kahua Theater, and what Harry said.
I love the brevity, but there's a lot of clarity. Now, tonight's presentation will start with the benediction. And as we say the names of some of the people who have suffered grave systemic injustice in our country, I want you to feel inspired, if you like, to join along in this benediction. Following the benediction, we're going to begin our performance of new works. Tonight is the first of 5 presentations on Fridays for the month of July. Our evening is going to start with Blindfolded, written by Jason Ellis, directed by Sophia Nayar, and performed by Michael Sean Harris. Followed by 6, written by Jeannie Baroga, and directed by Will Kahele. Is that the proper Hawaiian pronunciation? I know I should have practiced this a little bit better.
Kahele.
Kahele, thank you so much. And it's performed by Leila Kamalik. Please, guys, help me. I'm so not doing well right now.
Lala Kamalani Buzzle.
Thank you. And Brandon Hagio, correct? Thank you. I guess I should have done this way ahead of time. Followed by High Upside Down, written by Eric Stack, directed by Will Kahele, and performed by Kaipo Dudois. Finally, we will close with The Dark-Skinned Kid Who Hopped the Turnstile, written by Tylee R. Scheider, directed by myself, and performed by David Koppel and Jarvis Tomdio. Following the performance, we would like to invite you to join a post-show discussion. You can send your comments and questions via the comment section, whether you're on YouTube or Facebook. And by the way, this is a whole new world for us. So if you experience any streaming issues, just stay in there. We'll get back with you. Believe me, we will. Thank you for joining us and have a lovely evening. Botham Jean, Arthur McDuffie, Johnny Gamage, Elijah McLean, Maurice
Botham
Gordon,
Jean,
Dominique
Arthur McDuffie,
Remy Fells,
Johnny Gamage,
Joseph
Elijah
Kahane,
McLean,
Queen
Maurice
Lily
Gordon,
Botham
Galan,
Jean,
Dominic
Arthur
Remy
McDuffie,
Fells,
Johnny
Colin
Gamage,
Elderts,
Elijah
Joseph
McLean,
Kahamavai,
Maurice
Queen Lily
Gordon,
Ukalani,
Dominique Remy Fells, Colin Elderts, Joseph Kahahavai, Queen Liliu
Botham
Okalani,
Jean, Arthur McDuffie, Johnny Gamage, Elijah McLean, Maurice Gordon, Dominique Remy Fells, Colin Elders, Joseph Kahahavai, Queen Liliuo Kalani.
Go.
Okay, Facebook family. Hey, Greg, I see you. Okay, so look, I was wrestling with this for like a week now because y'all know I'm not really an oversharer. But I think it's important to bring attention to closet racism wherever it may be found, because if we don't call it out, it becomes normalized, right? So with that being said, allow me to share this letter I found in my mailbox from my neighbor. And it reads as follows. Hi, Quincy. I greet you in the mighty name of our Lord Jesus Christ. I was watching the news the other day and saw that you were giving an interview, kneeling no less, at a march with domestic terrorists and rioters. I was very surprised because I would never have thought someone as educated and as well groomed as you would associate yourself with those people. As an immigrant, it is a privilege to live in America. Even with all our problems, you must admit it is better than the third world country you came from. You must respect the flag and all it stands for. We welcomed you into our neighborhood with open arms, but your recent activities have reflected poorly on you and have caused a great deal of consternation in Lynchburg. I ask that you refrain from any further involvement with Antifa, or I will be forced to report you to the authorities. Yours in Christ, Karen. Taras. These Karens don't sleep. Ain't that the truth, Kizzy? Needless to say, I paid her no mind and I was back out at the Black Lives Matter march in DC the very next day. But, being the creative that I am, it got me thinking about how folks in America want everybody to use the American flag as a blindfold so as not to see or talk about racism. That being said, I decided to write this monologue that I want to share with you right now. I can't. As much as I wanted to believe in it, I couldn't fully buy into it, knowing what I know. There's no mistaking that baritone. Like wine aged to perfection, its raspiness, perhaps from years of smoking tobacco, reverberates platitudes carried along in the wind, seasoned with wisdom. I know that voice very well. Today, though, the seeds of truth did not find good soil. Yes, we can, he's chanted, but even though those words should bring reassurance and the audacity of hope, I've been unable to see further than what is before my eyes. Acculturate this, they say, and all will be well. Well, though from the outside it may be the old glory colors, all I am faced with daily is blackness. But I'm not supposed to recognize its existence. The truth is, I feel bamboozled into a weird pin the tail on the donkey game. I'm being spun around endlessly, deliberately to keep me disoriented. Just make it stop. Make it stop. Just make it stop. I'm being forced to pierce my side to reclaim my sanity, my humanity. Are you happy? Who's the donkey now, I wonder? Donkey did say the world no level. Well, I've looked deep within and trust was nowhere to be found. These strange times, revealing the repropagation of evocative, strange fruit, have left trust evasive. I'm mad. Now, watch those faux pundits and talking heads work overtime to systematically redirect me to religion, which has worked well for them over the centuries. Instead of the angry black man, I'm being asked to smile and sing along with One Love because I've got my papers now. But how can we sing these songs in a strange land? This land is your land. This land is not my land. You see, some time ago I was told to look no further than the red, white, and blue, even though now I can't see my way through. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. It's a marketable catchphrase. It works. I got reeled in. But why do I feel like a fish on a line, flailing in futility to the joy and admiration of a skilled hunter? I'm told with Pharisaical esotericism to be thankful that my suffering is but a light and momentary affliction that can't be compared to the privilege of being in the land of the free and the home of the brave. So I had to resolutely acquiesce and enshroud myself with their avowed panacea, that is, stars and stripes. But I have yet to see these stripes, these gashes, 400 years deep, heal. I've tried to personalize, yes, we can. But way too many times all I end up with is an I can't. I can't go to the park and watch the birds or enjoy barbecue. I can't play golf or nap on a couch. I can't fly too high, for I run the risk of being mistaken for a quail, plucked out the sky and falling to the ground like my pleas on deaf ears. And instead, I'm asked once again to channel the ostrich as my spirit animal with its head in a hole, oblivious to my surroundings, my reality. While civil society prescribes these blindfolds, some are walking around with built-in peepholes under their pointed white bonnets. Fed false assurances that keeping my eye on the prize would protect me from the dangers on every side, I've come to learn that I need more than patriotic fealty to survive. It's just fabric. It's not a shield. And many times, those who would seek to do me harm have won. I can't see the terrors by night and the arrows by day that overwhelm me, so I kneel to get my bearings, calling on ancestors and the Almighty for true vision. I still hear that voice crying in the wilderness, pining for a more perfect union. But to do that, I need emancipation from mental slavery, breaking free from every weight that so easily besets me. Walking this tightrope of life blind is a recipe for disaster. I need to see, to be alert. Some call that being woke, and it offends some senses, but today I choose sight over the sanctuary of remaining inoffensive and non-threatening. A fragile facade though it may be, it's a scary prospect, freeing myself from America's prescription for racism. Not taking my medicine is part of the great experiment to keep the flames of liberty burning bright. I can no longer live in fear because that's not living. Today, I step from behind this wall with a clear view of what is before me so that I can navigate my way through. Even if my eyes are closed by force, I want to see America for what it is before I can co-sign on a yes we can and believe in what it can be. Who is it?
It's the police.
I can't breathe.
Stay calm. Stay calm. Hey. 6. Really?
Sorry?
For what?
It's 6? The 6 Save Shelter. Just a lot of 6s.
Shelter in Fit Place seems like forever. Lucky we can still shop.
Yeah, we need to shop. Your friend moves fast for 6 in the morning.
Friend.
You know, the one about the time?
'Cause it's senior time?
Well, you're not a senior. I'm here for my sister. And to avoid, you know.
COVID. Each other.
Well, us and 5 more behind them. Pranayama. 478.
Yeah. Just to calm down.
I've used it 3 years now.
No doubt.
Excuse me, what?
Senior shopping hours, knows 478, and how you
Dress.
look.
White?
Alone. There are people here, you know?
Well, your friend moves quick.
Oh, 'cause he asked for the time, he must be my friend.
I'm sorry. I assumed.
He talked to you too. I could say he's your friend.
Well,
Stay calm, he said. By the way, that was for you, not him. Or was your hearing aid too low? A woman alone, 6 a.m. You know, my dad does that. Flipping his hearing aid up and down, depending on what he wants to hear. Football scores, up it goes. Politics, down, off.
I can't see your face.
I can't see yours. Maybe I should be afraid.
I'm not. I didn't mean.
6 cents, 478. Try breathing now. Hey, you don't need a crystal ball. Everybody's scared. Calm down. When's this store opening?
6. You know, I hear about the spitting. Rude people on the trails. Bad behavior in public.
Yeah, I live it. And my family.
I'm sorry.
What do you think? We wear COVID on our eyelids? We're automatically zapped with it from afar because we're Asian.
I'm sorry.
Stop. Stop saying. I need to shop.
You assume I'm biased.
All right. I assumed. You back off some extra feet. You assume who's my friend.
I want to shop too. I need a cake. My neighbor. My sister needs a cake. And I don't wear a hearing aid.
I need food. A bag of dried mangoes. My sister loved them. I said I'd bring it to her memorial. She wanted. She needs.
I'm sorry for your loss.
What makes me think there's any dried mangoes left?
More cake.
They're in the Midwest. A virtual memorial.
What do you mean take the bus? You're kidding, yeah? I will never make it to the protest. Yeah. Do you know how long it takes the Helion to get to Hilo from HPP? Yeah, why not drive? My flags are all washed. Smell like Downy. And sit up in the back and look like the Hawaiian Superman cruising down the road. Oh, but the gas prices are down due to the COVID. What do you mean global warming? I am globally conscious. Conscious. Hey. Who won the Green Beret and Kanaka Ranger training? It is the same. Ku Kiai. Huh? I know it goes beyond just the Aina. It's everyone's Aina. It's Mother Aina. We are all Aina. Okay, so what if I come get you and we can carpool, or sure, we can walk from your house, reduce the carbon footprint. Yeah. Every little bit helps. Okay, I'm leaving now. Yeah, I get him. Check it. Ooh, we had our George too. Sure, everyone will get it. What do you mean doesn't speak to this generation? Oh, so now there's fashion to martyrs, expiration dates. What does yours say? I flip them. Yeah, ole. Sure. No, I get them. Yeah. No, that's good. I catch, but I'm not sure. That's what I thought. No. I was thinking same, cause, cause get air, yeah, and then air. And so if air is said like air with no R, then kind of sound like air. Yeah. No, I catch now. But better than before, but. Okay, yeah. Leaving now. I going. I'll remember to wear the Tilif Khalifa you made me. Oh, I mean Hala. Hey. I love them. I aloha them with all my heart, just like you, honey. Okay. We go in 20 minutes, okay? That wahine. So opinionated in the kind, but I love her. We will be the change that we see in this world. I can be her pocket change, and she can just take calamai on my big Franklin. Shit. These pricks all over my Khalifa. Okay, now. How to wear regular Khalifa. Honey will understand. No, Kali. She will know. I never aloha the Khalifa because get fire ants all over. Plus, you talk about the slave labor in China. I made the COVID. Come here. Huh. I never win the green beret for no matter. I will wear shoes. Yeah. Oh, now made in Vietnam. Hey, 55,000 victims, over 1 million Vietnamese. Okay. Non Hawaiian. Just go holo with Hawaii only. Okay. Going. Kali. So where's my Rasa Jesus shirt made? I can hear it now. So many GI died to fight for communism, and for what? We end up buying products from the same country. So what did all the GI die for? The rich, the oil, the 1%. Come here. Haiti. Why can't it be made in Hana or Hanalei or even Honolulu? Why does it have to be the poorest country where on one side, the 1%, vacation, one hop, skip, jump from Jeffrey Epstein and the rest of the island slave labor for their lives for pennies a day? Be the change. We must be the change. We are all Aina. Ikako'o. Just me and the tats. No. Surf shorts are made in Hawaii, or at least California. You know? Egypt. Egypt's not bad. They built the pyramids. I'm sure that was by slave labor. Oh, still, yeah. It was a long time ago, and still goes on today. They should those down the pyramids. How you think a Jew feels when they see pictures of the pyramids or the Sphinx? Symbols of enslavement and captivity. Not my babies. They gotta be made in Vietnam. Damn! Wow. Did lives ever matter, or is this like world peace? How can we be the change when we never know how to make change. Oh. Just me and my tats. I need a smaller sign. Huh? Heko in China. Maybe if I said I read them in Mexican, I can say I never know. I never understand. Hecho in China. Hecho in Vietnam. Hecho in Egypt. Hecho in Haiti. Hecho in Hawaii. Yeah? For sure. It's gonna be a zippity doo dollar, yeah?
And go.
This is what it feels like to be a corpse. You're aware of the hands and the eyes. The blacker you are, the more dangerous. Black is in the colors closest to black.
It is never the skin.
But it ain't my skin. It is never my skin.
Nope. First thing I saw was his hanging pants and ass as he raced to hop the turnstile.
The first thing he sees are my hanging pants and ass as I ran to hop the turnstile.
Nigger thought he was invisible. A hero. Something from a comic.
I admit, I did not see you, mister.
He sized me up. Thought he could make it.
My train was coming, but I lost my card. It must have fallen on my way from school. The school pays my fare, but I lost my card. I always lose Metro cards. Bad habit.
Bad habits are contagious. Ask his friend. The tall, slim kid about his complexion. He even betted his friend he'd make it.
We walked together, but we ain't all friends. We were heading in the same direction.
There is a code. I cannot crack the code. You all stuck me in a cryptic burrow to curb fare evasion and subway traffic. 3 times I asked for a new assignment, and you said, my training is sufficient. There was a handshake, a cryptic handshake. I remember.
Like I said, he ain't my friend. We ain't never been friends. I hopped the turnstile to catch my train, and I ain't bet on nobody but me, mister.
He even said he betted on himself. He betted he'd make the train before I could stop.
You know how I mean. Wasn't no bet made.
He kept playing with words to confuse me. To confuse me, he kept playing with words. You all put me in a shithole burrow. This isn't my house.
This is not my house.
There are broken windows here. If windows are broken and unrepaired, all the windows here will soon be broken. One broken window becomes another. It's a game of follow the leader. One kid hops the turnstile and his friend joins. I am in the streets to maintain order and restore civility.
I'm black. I'm standing outside of my body. People started to watch and surround us.
I count at least 3 cameras on me. The whole borough wants to be a hero. Everybody wants to be a hero. We need all of you to get on the train. Now!
Nobody moves. Even the train is still. My heart is racing and I need water.
Need water. My heart is racing.
Most of the time, I'm holding my breath. I don't realize it until I need air.
Hot-mouthed. Need air. Need water.
Shit, I need air. Shit, I must have whispered a million Hail Marys. I almost pissed, but the girls are watching. The pretty girls from school are watching me. I hear someone asking my name and grade, and in my periphery, her friend shrugs. Unknown. Don't nobody give a fuck about me. Don't nobody even know who I am. And if I hadn't been in some trouble, nobody would give a fuck tomorrow. This is what it feels like to be a corpse. You're aware of the hands and the eyes, and even in death, you ain't got no say and people are calling you by your skin. Your name was erased a long time ago. You are serial numbers in a box or a barcode someone scans in and out to keep you under a coded surveillance in a school or a subway station.
Stop!
I do not want him to be touching me. I would prefer to not be touched by him.
Started to mumble and ignore me.
His eyes are the color of moonlit sky. It is a blue, but it is a dark blue. The darker you are, the more dangerous. I do not trust white men in blue jackets. Consider the case of someone like me. How can I? I spit on the ground, but...
Hog spit at me.
Spitting is normal. We all spit.
Of course I spit, but not at a person. It was a nonverbal insult and vile. In less morally bereft countries, spitting in public is banned.
I pulled up my pants.
Shit.
People are filming. My mother hates when I let my pants fall.
Shit.
Anywhere below my torso and waist. The barrel is black, but his eyes are blue. People are filming us.
People are filming us.
Focus. My vision is out of focus. My pants are down.
Hands up! Officer.
I was dead. I was standing there, but dead-like. He wants my hands up. You want to see my hands? Yeah, but my hands are holding my pants up. I need to jump my pants over my ass, but I know it is a sudden movement. Too sudden, and it can cost me my life.
Hands up!
Too sudden. My movement is too sudden. My mother will see my butt and complain, and I hope I put on clean socks today.
Shit. All the world will see.
My ass and complain if I don't. I can fix this. So I do. The last lesson you will learn close to death is how much of an artifice life is. Yeah, we are puppets, but who's pulling the strings?
Nobody move or mumble.
He shot me. Blood in my ear I can no longer hear. The first thing that goes is sound. This is what it feels like to be a corpse. You are aware of the hands and the eyes, and even in death, you ain't got no say and people are calling you by your skin.
Black boy.
Black boy.
Nigger.
Nigger.
Inner city student.
Inner city student.
Underdog.
Underdog.
Underserved.
Underserved.
Underprivileged.
Underprivileged.
The dark-skinned kid who hopped the turnstile.
The dark-skinned kid who hopped the turnstile. Your name was erased a long time ago. For you. You are serial numbers in a box or a barcode someone scans in and out to keep you under coded surveillance in a school or a subway station.
It is never the skin.
Lights out. I am a candlelit vigil burning at the bottom of a street lamp my mom would watch and pray for my return.
It is never the skin.
Lights out. Miles of flowers grow at my feet.
It is never the skin.
Lights out. Street art and graffiti. It never ends.
It was never his skin. I see pronouns.
He,
He,
she,
she,
they.
all
of us are.
All of us are
The black kid.
black kid.
And all of us are serial numbers.
And all of us are serial numbers. Go on. I know the drill. Cry in the streets over spilled blood. Convince yourselves it is annihilation. Call in the race baiter, who, without me, is penniless and unemployed. Therefore, he needs me to fuck up to make his shtick work. Even Judas had a role to play. The law does not protect us. The law protects victims and criminals, while officers of the law are taken to court in the streets, deposed and convicted by public opinion because the court system has been bullied by vandals and grassroots activists who spin their hedonistic agenda into reform. Take my badge and sit me behind a desk. Sully my name. I am more than a name. More than my name holds me up. Martyr him. You always do. Martyr him. But remember.
How will I be remembered?
Two things can be true at once. I fear you. Put that on the docket too.
I fear you. Put that on the docket too.
And we are live.
Hi.
Hi, everybody.
Thank you so much for watching with us and experiencing this. This work is really profound. It's difficult to watch, and it's also, I hope you feel as I do, it's really beautiful to watch this amazing group of artists come together to present this. This is an amazing time in our lives. This reemergence and emergence, initial emergence, is like nothing we have ever experienced before. And we're so doggone glad to be a part of it. And I just cleaned up my language to say that. What I would like to do is introduce this body of artists. I'd like to let this body of artists introduce themselves to you. And if you guys don't mind, I'd like you to say your name and the theater you're affiliated with, the piece you were a part of, piece or pieces, and your job here today. And if you would also give us your reason for being a part of this. And because, I'm going to go with the screen as we can see it in streaming. So Eric, if we could start with you, that would be really wonderful.
Sure, no problem. And my name is Stack, and I live on the Big Island in Hawaiian Paradise Park in Kea'au. And well, first I want to thank everyone who was involved in putting up High Upside Down. And Kumukuhua, Will, and Kaipa, you hit all the stuff. Everything I put in there, right on. But thank you guys very much. I'm affiliated with Kumukuhua. I send my script into them over in Honolulu. And sorry, Donna, what was the other? Why
are you participating with us?
Well, I two things. First of all, how all this, the Zoom and any other media platform was going to impact theater. And I think I don't think it's a negative way. I have never been a part of so many diverse theater people in my life. And I've been doing theater since about 1980. This has really helped me grow as far as being an artist. And this opportunity was one of those things because I really didn't have this piece. And, Don, I think it was you that sent out the prompt, or maybe it was Stena that sent it to us. And I said, well, I'll just try to grind something out, in a couple of days. And that's why.
All right.
Sort of payback for this opportunity. But thanks again, guys.
Nice. Thank you, Eric. Brandon, could you mute when you're not talking? We can hear you.
Oh.
Thank you. Jason Ellis.
Sure. Thank you all. I appreciate this opportunity. I want to say thanks to Carl and Sophia and Carlos, and certainly Michael for helping to bring my piece to a wider audience. I got connected with this through Carl. I got a message on Facebook to write a piece, but I was excited about the prospect of really talking about social justice from the lens of an immigrant. Being from Jamaica, I'm based in the Washington, D.C. metro area, but being able to lend my voice to the conversations around racial inequities in America, I think it's an important time, and it's an important step, especially for immigrants who, in many instances, have, for a variety of reasons, stayed in the background and not been as vocal. But for us to really get to a place where we can see meaningful change, everybody has to be actively engaged and actively a part of the process and a part of the change. And we have to, if we want to fix something, we have to face it. So hence why I delved into this whole piece of being blindfolded. I just one other thing, just to plug in for Michael. I hadn't seen Michael in like decades. It was interesting when Carl identified him as the performer for the piece. We used to be in a performing arts company back in Jamaica in 1995, 1996.
Wow.
I saw his name in the email, like, what? I know that person. That was interesting. Just wanted to share that. So
Awesome. Thank you. It was a really wonderful piece.
Beautiful.
Jeannie Baroga. Jeannie, you're muted. There you go.
Okay, I'm Jeannie Baroga, and I'm a playwright. I wrote 6, and I'm based in the Bay Area, San Francisco. I got into this because, well, I know Donna, and the word went out, and I got it from Justina because I'm part of that playwrights group that's there, and I join a lot of playwrights and playwrights groups, and I would have to say this one is really pithy. I mean, I really love the comments that come out of it. So I was excited to see that this was being offered as a chance to show my work even further. And I wrote it. I'm here because I do write plays about social activism. I'm an observer of humanity, and I feel everything could be on stage if people saw how things are being done. And I was one of those, I am one of those that goes to the grocery store very early in the morning. And again, that whole atmosphere was, who are these people? What are their stories? And I realized I was there to get a piece of dried mangoes. I was there to get dried mangoes. And I just figured it was part of a commemoration to my mother who had passed, and other family members who are going through things. And I was thinking of dried mangoes as part of a way to commemorate that. So that's 6. That's the background of 6.
That's really beautiful. Thank you for sharing. I'm going to skip over the other producers for now, and so we make lots of room for these other artists to speak. So Sophia, would you tell us a little bit about yourself and what brought you here?
Sure. Hi, I'm Sophia Nair. I'm in Chicago right now. I am the director of Blindfolded that Jason wrote with Brata Productions. And I think the reason I said yes was sort of, I just read the piece and it spoke so deeply to me. And I'm an immigrant. I'm from India originally. And, you know, having the ability to collaborate with people who are in like so many different places at once. Our stage manager's in New York. Michael, our actor, was in Jamaica. I'm in Chicago. So I don't know. This kind of thing is only possible in a pandemic, I guess. So yeah, very grateful to be here.
Thank you. Kaipo, to introduce yourself.
Aloha mai kako. My name is Kaipo Dudoir. I come from Honolulu, Hawaii. I'm a licensed massage therapist on my side job. And I was affiliated with Kumukuhua through Will Kahele. He trusted in me to do this piece. And yeah, I'm very grateful for him, grateful for Eric Stack for writing this piece. And I think it just, the way that this whole project is being pushed, and with its same, same view of you're writing things by people of color, by local people, for local people, by local people. So it, runs a long line with Kumakua, which I've been acting in for a couple times. And yeah, I'm just so grateful to be a part of this project. And thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Kaipo.
Yeah.
Michael?
Hi, yes, Michael Harris. Yeah, I'm currently in Jamaica. I'm associated with the Brata. So actually how I got involved, Carl had sent out that call and kind of expected me to submit something that I wrote, which I didn't. And then I was like, let me know. I want to be involved. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So he said, oh, we need actors. So I said, all right, let's go. So that's how it came about. Yeah, that group that Jason and I were a part of, it's called Ashe Ensemble, and they've always been involved in social advocacy and community development. So it's really just like a continuation of that for me. So I'm really happy to have been involved and to meet all of you guys.
Thank you, Michael. Brandon Hagio, who says he's Wilkahele, but he's really not.
Hello, my name is Brandon. I'm affiliated with Kumukuhua Theater. It's my favorite theater in the world. And I guess getting involved in this coalition was it's an important thing because at least historically it's through the arts where they can have these kind of conversations that can get people to think differently or follow whatever social progress is happening right now. And even though we're in Hawaii and we're kind of in a bubble as opposed to the rest of the states, it's just important to have these kind of things going on right now, and I'm happy to be involved in it. So thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Brandon. Veronica Vera.
Hi, everyone. I am the event stage manager. I came into the project because of my work that I've done with Kumu Theater here in Hawaii. That's where I am. I was excited to be a part of this pretty much like everyone else. Like when you see this coalition of people coming together to uplift these kind of voices in the time that we're in right now is something I want to be a part of. So it has been a really fun journey these last few weeks, figuring out all of the technical side of these things. And hopefully everybody enjoyed it, and it's just going to get better and better as time goes on. So that's me.
Thank you. Officer, I'm afraid I don't know your real name.
My name is David.
Hi, David.
David Koppel.
Hi, everybody. Pleasure to have you all here. So I'm David Koppel. I'm a Bay Area high school drama teacher, actor, and director. And I found out about this amazing project through my good friend and former Yale Drama School classmate, Magali Colemo, of whom I'm a huge fan on stage and behind the scenes. And I'm really excited to learn more about Conch Shell and the work that they're doing. When Magali first proposed this project and collaborating, I was thrilled because I've been itching to do more than just standing on the sidelines protesting and doing more passive work. I've been eager to use my creative abilities to really make a difference. So that's what's been so wonderful for me, is to be a part of all of this. And I'm just humbled by the incredible artists who are gathered here. I should also say I'm a big fan of Jeannie's too. I saw her wonderful play Buffaloed at San Jose Stage, and she did a wonderful presentation at my wife Julie's high school for her world studies students. And so she's just a remarkable playwright, and just getting to work with this fantastic group of people, Tylee, Kira, and Jarvis. It's been such a pleasure, and I can't wait to see all of the plays now that I don't have to be participating.
Thank you very much. Santos.
Hello, everybody. My name is Santos. I'm a stage manager for Barata Productions and for the Borough of Manhattan Community College down in Tribeca, New York. I'm very happy to be a part of this production here, and it really was something that I needed to do from my spirit. So when Carl, our artistic director, contacted me about the project, I just jumped on right away, just because it's something that I love stage managing, and I love trying to find ways of using my skill set to benefit what I want to do in this world and finding my place in the movement. And I think that this is a great coalition that will really lead to some real change.
Indeed. Thank you, Santos. Faith.
Hi, my name is Faith Coffin. I am somehow found my way to be the stage manager for the Kumukuhua Theater. I'm so thankful for that. I'm doing this project because I truly believe that art is the greatest tool of unity and community that we have.
Beautifully, beautifully said. And she somehow got to do this because she's my intern. And I said, I need you. And she said, yes, thank you. Kira.
Hi, my name is Kira Bowie. I'm in New York, and I am lucky enough to be a part of this as Megan had reached out to me. And I felt like this was just such a great way to learn about life that I may not know it as. And I feel like what we are asked to do right now is to stop and listen and really hear. And I felt like this was just a really great opportunity to do that.
Nice. Thank you, Kira. Tylee.
Hello, everybody. My name is Ty Lee, and I was just glad when I received the prompt, partly because I had been resisting doing anything online with theater. So I thought that this would be a great opportunity to work on something short. And Magali has been very generous in helping me develop the piece so that it transitions and works online. So I was excited to join the group.
Thank you.
And we're really
so
glad
did it work
that
out
you
for
did.
you? Did you like it? Are you happy with the online
Absolutely,
theater?
absolutely.
All right now. Okay.
Good. Lala. Lala.
All right, just all froze. Hi, I'm Lala Buzzle. Moved to Hawaii about 30 years ago, but I've always been a huge fan of Kumukuhua Theater. So when I got a call, anytime I get a call to do anything with Kumu, I'm just like, sometimes I don't even know what it is. I just say yes, because the mission is born about the people of Hawaii, written to share theater of place, and slowly finding out what it was about, that this is, about community, and it's about our present time, and what better expression do we have but art to help shape us and help us grow as a community, as a world community. And I lived in New York for a little while. I was born in Chicago, so I was just so elated to hear like all these puzzle pieces fitting together. I feel like I'm in New York. I feel like I'm in Chicago. I feel like I'm with you folks and with whoever's watching. I feel like we need to band together as a community, and I'm so grateful.
Thank you. We're grateful for you. And our student who, I apologize. This is the first time we have all come together. I apologize that I don't know your name, but I would love to hear about you.
My name is Jarvis Tamdio. I came into this, I've worked with Tylee on a number of his plays in the past, and Magali reached out to me about this piece and working on it. And yeah, just with everything going on in this moment, in the moment of time, and just dearly missing the creativity of the theater and the community of the theater, I was very eager to get into it and jump into it. And it's been a wonderful experience. So thank you to Tylee, to Magali, to David, and to Kira. I've enjoyed it. So thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you. And there's an entire conversation with we producers that you can watch on our Facebook and YouTube pages. So I'm going to leave us out for now. I don't want to take up
Can I
too
ask
much
if there are
of.
any questions from the audience, Santos and Kira and Faith? Did you get any Facebook questions or comments that you want to share? Because we want to include the community in this conversation, even if
Yeah,
we
for
can't
sure.
see them.
I'll share what we have on our
I just
Brata.
wanted to hear. Okay, what do you hear? What do you have? What do you have?
On our Brata YouTube channel, we have some wonderful comments of congratulations and fantastic writing and just wild participants and people who are watching. So
Awesome.
Nice. Anything else that our stage managers have seen out there? I've seen some great comments on our Facebook page. Okay. Anything? I see just a lot of awesome job and sweetest elbow bump ever. Yeah.
Kira, do you have anything from Conchal for us?
I've
Or
got
Sergey, are you seeing anything?
mahalo for gusty performances. Congratulations, everyone. Terrific writing, performances.
Awesome.
I do have a question, actually.
Good.
How was it to direct a piece long distance from Linda C?
Did any of the directors like to respond to that?
I loved it. It didn't feel long distance because we are in each other's face, right? I don't think I look anybody as closely in the face as we do on Zoom in real life. In real life, you can look off in the horizon. This is all you see. And for me, there's a great deal of intimacy with Zoom. And it's on camera, so you could see the slightest flicker in an actor's eye to see if they got your note, if they didn't get your note, if they're feeling comfortable, if they're feeling uncomfortable. And the journey of figuring out how to manipulate the perspective was one that we all went on, right, Donna and Sergey? And so being able to build a syntax for how do you manipulate this in order to create the storytelling mechanism that we want to create, which is different from theater, which is different from film, which is different from everything else. That was the fun part for me. And so we actually created a list of key points to consider in production for directors. And I'd love to hear how the directors felt about getting these key points. Did you really enjoy it, Sophia and Will? Did you find that it really helped you with figuring out, getting a shortcut to getting these stories across?
Yeah, it was incredibly helpful while diving into the process because I hadn't directed something online before. So sort of being told, okay, pay attention to eye line, pay attention to framing and all of that stuff really helped when we were going into rehearsal. Something that was really fun to play with that me and Michael talked about were sort of like depth of field and like how far you can get away from the camera and getting closer and like how much you can do with a frame now that it's just your face. Yeah, it was a blast.
Yeah, it's amazing the people that we can work with. This collaboration would take thousands of dollars if we were ever going to try to bring all of us together. And it's amazing how far we can stretch the willing suspension of disbelief for our audience. It is a whole new brave frontier that we're trotting on here. And
we're getting some questions on the Kumu one.
Oh, awesome.
So I see a question. How did you manage without having a live audience? Anybody wants to pipe in on that?
Yeah, let's hear from our actors. How does that feel?
I did feel like I had a live audience. There's something somebody was saying once that, oh yeah, it's like, you're in this sort of bubble. And somebody once said, oh, I really feel your presence. It was a dance teacher. I think it was Mark Connie Murray. It's like, I feel you dancing with me. And I'm like, how is that possible? But it's just, I don't know what it is, but I felt like I had an audience. It's that even as an actor, you're like kind of when you act anyway, you put yourself in this space where you're not being watched, Anyway, that's just my take.
I think for me, it felt similar to television because sometimes you're in a television studio and you won't get that immediate feedback. But also lately, I've been doing a lot of performing over Zoom. I've been singing. I've been doing all kinds of stuff over Zoom. So you kind of get used to that, and you kind of just do the best you can and hope it comes across. And you wait for the feedback afterwards if there's any.
I have one question. Someone named Adam Brading asks, going forward, what have each of you learned while working together that will help you to streamline the digital creating process on future projects? This is from our YouTube conch shell page. That's a great question. Should I repeat it? Did everybody get that? Streamlining. How can we further streamline?
Oh, Magalie's frozen. But would anyone like to respond to the question for the future? How will we streamline this process? I feel like we are just learning so much. We're inventing so much as we go along, and we are collaborating. And I want to make sure I point out Veronica Vera is the event stage manager, and then the other three stage managers, Santos, Faith, and Kyra, they are devoted to our individual theaters. And together, these people, along with a wonderful woman named Liana Keys, who has helped us learn so much. And there was another woman involved just last night. Marcy Friedman, thank you. Just last night came in to answer more questions because y'all, there is a lot of software going into what you are seeing right now. This is not just a Zoom webinar. There's
Not at
much
all.
more going into it. And I think that this cannot exist without so much collaboration, and that is art is a tribal event, right? So we are proving that here. And that's my feeling as a producer, that that's what we're learning is just every opinion is valid moving through this, because we all have something to bring to it. And the 18-year-old gamer is suddenly more valuable to the world of theater than ever before imagined.
And back to the conversation of community. I mean, Liana Keys, she served as our consultant, teacher, guide, and reaching out to the theater community, to fellow experienced people, has been seamless. And the generosity of Marcy Friedman and other theater managers who have just jumped in and say, I have something to offer you, and other writers who gave suggestions, and pooling together our experiences as producers and saying, let's make this list. It's been beautiful to know that we can have community digitally that's as intimate and as committed and as loyal as within one house. And I really feel that there's a great future for the theater when so many homes can come together to create magic, you know? Because this was magical tonight. I don't mean to be boastful, but you guys really moved me. And I'm sure you moved the audience. And so I am really hopeful for how this creating process can lead to future projects that are even more mind-boggling and mind-blowing. We've just started, who knows, by the fifth one, you'll be like, say what? What are these people doing? What? Oh my God, why didn't you do it in the first one? Because we're gonna learn every single day of the way, you know? So keep on coming back, because we have 4 more Fridays down the line. So watch out.
I know that some of our people have to go, and that's cool. We have a couple more questions on Facebook that I want to get to really quickly. Sean Joseph Tycho, oh, I shouldn't have jumped into that because I don't know how to say his Hawaiian name. Anybody? No? Okay, Sean Chu.
Sean Chu.
Sean Chu said, directors and playwrights, what are your hopes for the theater of the future?
I'm a writer and a director, so I'll speak to that. And everybody else just jump on in, you know, unmute your things. We're having a good time here. The theater of the future is going to be multi-level. You have the intimate, in-your-face theater, just like you have guerrilla theater, and you have Shakespeare in the Park, and then you have the public, and you have Broadway. There's going to be theater online that will feed into theater. Like, for example, who knows that Hamilton is on Disney right now? Everybody and their grandfather?
Yeah, I think everybody
Yes.
knows.
So Hamilton is on Disney. I have not seen Hamilton because I don't have $300 to put into a ticket. So you know I'm going to go get a Disney account to see Hamilton. So there's the perfect example. Theater is exciting now, you know, because we can hear so many new voices, and I can present new voices to thousands of people if they decide to click on a little icon and play. So theater is going to be as great as it was supposed to be. Theater was the great connector of humanity. Theater was the great lesson setter, and the opportunity for the people to tell the powerful people, get your act together, right? So we had that was the jester, the court jester was able to tell the queen and the king, by the way, queen, you're messing up. By the way, but I'm a court jester, so I can get away with it. So we can actually speak to all the kings and queens, or whatever their titles are, and say, wake up. And if they decide to click, and I'm sure their assistants will, they'll get the message. I'm excited. So everyone pipe in. Yes.
I'll say that I come from a small faith-based community, and so I really value fellowship. And so I'm looking forward to us being able to be together again in person. But I will say one of the things that I do think that we got out of this that is positive will be that we've learned how to do some things more economically. Some things online, getting together. So we might save a little bit of money in the future. But I do hope we hurry up and get back to the theater.
Yes. The theater can never be discounted. It's important. I want to sit next to someone who's not coughing. I do want that. I do want that.
It'll be back, and this is not gonna go away.
No. I think Jarvis was raising his hand, or is he just talking to someone? No.
No.
Harry, I want to hear your thoughts, because you always have the most amazing thoughts if you have one to share. He's like, Magali,
who,
why are you
me?
putting me on the spot? Yes, you.
Oh, well, yeah, I think I believe that stories, and the ability to share them is like, a pressure cooker. You can't keep it down, otherwise it explodes. And my dream is to figure out how we can still come together, because then it's shared experience that creates community. And then so I want to still figure out how we can come together and tell stories. And this is like a marvelous way to do it. But my dream, as always, is that I welcome any questions, about how we did it or what you do to do it. But more importantly, how do these stories make you think about your life? We should go away and we should think about what we've done, what we're doing, what we can do. And then that's always my dream for theater, no matter, or storytelling or dance or painting or being able to go and sit outside and watch a sunset, anything that moves us. How does it make us feel about our lives? And I think that we're taking steps in the right direction to continue to create community, to continue to make sure stories are told, and to continue to figure out how we can reflect on ourselves and our lives and what we're doing and what our community is doing. So I'm grateful to all of you. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
I'm neither a director nor a writer in this situation, but I am a techie, and so I love all the ways that we seem to be using the technology that was meant for something completely different, and creating art and creating theater. And I'm gonna give it a name, cyber theater. Sure, pay me later. And I'm excited to see how the people who create these technologies will now try to upgrade them so that it can work for smooth offering of theater, of this new cyber theater that we're developing. And so even when the actual physical theaters reopen, that the cyber theater becomes its own thing and grows and expands and becomes awesome.
Well, Michael, you're a techie, so you need to make it so I can go pay you a subscription to use your services.
Okay.
Okay, someone requested that we put the names of everyone involved on YouTube on the streams, and there's something that we're learning that we will do that because we don't actually have programs for everyone.
We have an ending credit that will come after we're done with the conversation.
Okay, great, and it'll include everyone.
We have two more questions.
Yes. We have someone who would like to know the performing side directing. What are the logistics for a 2-person scene? I can say I'm directing a 2-person scene for next week, and there's a lot of funny little things to figure out. If these people are supposed to be in the same room together, how do we establish this thing that we can have in both places safely? Because we are not asking actors to be in the same room with another actor for this production. We're keeping everyone as safe as possible. So you might see this screen next week with both of my actors having something similar, so we feel like we're in the same room with them. But we also saw a lot of invention here today that without with letting that willing suspension of disbelief carry us through a scene. And I think that is really beautiful too.
And we have one question from Rata. Carl, would you like to read that one?
Where is that one?
Right here, Santos 916.
It's in our chat.
916. Oh, it's in the
In our
chat,
chat.
right. And so how will Reset Theater maintain this platform to engage in the well-needed discourse about social justice and the disparities POC encounter? How will we continue this?
We're gonna.
Well, we are here every Friday at 8 p.m. And I don't think this, hopefully this also will encourage more people, because people have been Zooming, right? We're not the first people to be on doing this, but this has come about and we're doing it every Friday. So that's something consistent. Let me see if I can go right back to that. And social justice, that's exactly what our prompts were about. We wanted to create theater that was about right now. We know that fantastic theater will be made after people have sunk in the moment, months after, and write some brilliant, I'm sure Tylee and Jason and all the other writers will be going back and probably reinventing these scripts. But the importance of doing it right now, taking up that challenge, was something that we wanted to do. And I think we're achieving that. So you can keep watching us every Friday at 8 p.m. and in this platform.
And we will also be publishing the works featured in the series in a book, and more details will come out so that other people can present the work and find their truth in the characters and find the voice that they need to inspire their communities with these writings. So social justice is not achieved in one day, 1 month, or 1 year. It takes a continuation, and you've got to reach high school students and college students and community theaters and churches and organizations, and they have to have access to the words in order to be inspired to realize what it means to be this kind of human being. So that's an important part of what we're doing. And it's up to you. If you love what we do, support what we do, and the journey will continue as it's meant to be continued.
I have a comment from John Watt, who is actually one of our board members at Kumukuhua Theater. Apropos of Harry's comments, Dwight Congergood used to say that in cultures or communities in crisis, there is always an effervescence or blossoming of performance. And of course, if you think about it, we're really now in a really extended community in crisis, nationally and internationally. We're going to do one more question, and this is for you, Veronica. Marcus is asking, what is the software that we are using? What is the equipment?
So the streaming software that we're using is actually called OBS, which stands for Open Broadcast Service Studio. Open Broadcast Streaming, one of those things. It is actually a platform, like Donna said, gamers use to stream live on YouTube and Twitch and other places like that. So they use all these cool features, which we are now learning how to use. And that is a desktop program. Realistically, for shows like this, a desktop or a laptop computer is best, and whatever the best internet connection you can get on. So those are the kind of things that are important when streaming live like this. I showed everyone my booth earlier. I now have 4 screens going all at once to manage this, as well as 2 Zoom accounts. So I will throw my gratitude out for all of the help I have gotten with Leanna and
Marcy.
I was going to say Maggie. I knew I was wrong. Leanna and Marcy in the last couple weeks have just, made the learning curve so much faster. So yeah, that's the tech side.
I think we also use Restream.io. Did we use Restream.io?
You are correct. Yes, to be able to stream to all these platforms at once, there is a company called Restream that is allowing us to pipe into everybody's whatever viewing platform you like best. We can do there.
Awesome.
Right.
If I may say one last thing. This is on my signature line for my email. It's been there for a long time and it's never been more meaningful. Stella Adler said, "Life beats down and crushes the soul, and art reminds you that you have one." I thank all of you for being here, for being a part of this project, and reminding all of us of our soul and our shared humanity. Thank you all, and thank you to our audience, and we hope to see you all again next week.
Thank you.
Thank you
Bye,
so
everybody.
much. Thank you so much.
Next Friday, reset.
Next Friday.